Hi, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 2021 New Moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. How will Pisces be affected by the December 2021 new moon? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, okay. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. No, these two? Okay. And show me clearly. So at the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle, our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Emperor, which is Aries energy, if we're born on the cusp with Aries, or if we have Aries within our natal chart. This comes through very powerfully at our root. Also Aries within our lives. Now the same thing goes for Scorpio. Scorpio also comes up astrologically here. So this is going to be a very important time for us. The Scorpio energy is going to be quite intense. So if we have Scorpio in our natal chart, if we have Scorpios within our lives, it's just intense. So be aware of that. Then we have our inner selves. We have the Seven of Swords. So there's a sense of betrayal that comes forward. Now it can be the betrayal of simply living, that it's everything that we've been through, it's everything that has been going on. There's a sensitivity here to it too. So that's very interesting. There's also a sense of like, I'm leaving a few things behind. I can't take them with me. I can't take this energy with me. I can't take this knowledge with me. I don't want it anymore. And it brings us to the Nine of Pentacles. It brings us to a place of prosperity. It brings us to a place of success. It also brings us to a place of honoring what we have been through, and honoring where we are. Yes, there's going to be a lot of work to come, but now I get to celebrate. Now I get to have abundance around me. It moves us to our emotional self. And it's the Ace of Pentacles. It's God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of prosperity, a gift of abundance, moving us to the next chapter. And then we have the Seven of Cups. It's our dreams. It's our dreams coming forward. And it's almost saying here, like, there's almost like a dare here going on. It's like, do you have the chutzpah? Do you have the gumption to go after this? The repeat of the number 7 is this sense of honesty being so important. So if we tell even little lies, we'll get called out, which is going to be really annoying, but we're also going to dive deeper and deeper into the knowledge of things, which definitely aligns with this new moon in Sagittarius, the Sagittarius energy, the Sagittarius curiosity. Now in the public arena, we have the Tower, which makes perfect sense astrologically once we go through everything that comes forward. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is happy occasions, celebrations, successes. It can be marriages. It's also what we are married to, what it is that we want to develop or are dedicated to within our lives. And the Tower is being thrown out of our comfort zone. It's the foundation being rattled. Now, it can be that our foundation was rattled a while ago, but it also is going to be 16 years ago, or better for some of us, 10 years ago for others, or there's just a sense of what I thought it was going to be is not what it is. And now I have to figure out how to move forward, how to go after what it is that I desire. And there's a sense of really finding what we love, which is absolutely brilliant. Now let's look at our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. The Lovers. This is Gemini energy, so we might need to be mindful of Geminis, but we also need to be mindful of falling into instant gratification and lust and thinking that it's love. So just be aware of it. It can be with romantic relationships. It can be with just our everyday relationships. It can be with jobs. Like something is going to come across very shiny, very pretty, very like all what we want. And yet it will tarnish really quickly. It will lose its glamour. Like all the glued on sparkles will be rhinestones that fall off. So just be aware of this. And then moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. It's soul's healing. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is a sense of being healed. This is a sense of this healing energy falling down around us, wrapping itself around us, and really being able to embrace just a beautiful sense of who we are and what we want. This is calm coming forward, and that's really quite beautiful. So let's talk about this time astrologically. The new moon is in Sagittarius, and as we see here, it says luck is on your side. We are taking aim, with what we want, with how we're moving forward, with what it is that we desire. We are pulling back the bow, we're setting our target forward, and we're going to let fire. This is a time where we're starting to align things. This is a time that's rather intense. And this time, this of intensity, lasts from new moon to full moon, which I believe is on the 18th. Now, the 14th of December is the new moon in Sagittarius, which is also a full solar eclipse, which is the only total eclipse of 2021. So it's astoundingly powerful. A solar eclipse amplifies the power of a new moon because the moon darkens the sun. The most important aspect in astrology is the sun conjunct the moon, the sun across from the moon. This gives us a burst of energy and initiative, intuition, desire, like a sense of this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. This brings us emotional balance, which helps us to see the way that we want to move forward. Now, on this new moon, which again which is amplified by the solar eclipse, it has us seeing the path that we want to move forward in more clearly, which is excellent for the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022. And 2022 is the angel number 222, which is new beginnings. And that is powerful. This is a time of fresh starts and new outlooks. So what's really cool about this new moon and about our reading right here is that the South Lunar Node is going into retrograde in Scorpio for the first time in 18 years around this time. And this is the time it takes for the lunar node to go through the Scorpio, to go through the zodiac. There we go. Now, the South Lunar Node is a place of memories. It is where our energy is drained within our lives. It is our karmic destiny. And this is also known as the tail of the dragon, while the North Lunar Node is known as the head of the dragon. The tail of the dragon sweeps our karmic debris into our lives, which, that has us shaken. That's where the Tower comes in. That's where, the betrayals come in. That's where things get interesting. Maybe not interesting in the way that we want them to be, but they get interesting. So it sweeps the karmic debris forward into our lives and has us looking at the karmic theme in our lives and what's been holding us back. For us here, Pisces, this is huge. This is huge because of the Scorpio influence here. This is huge because it's going into retrograde in Scorpio. This is a time where we're really starting to see what has held us back and why it has held us back. What has betrayed us within our lives, and how it has kept us from a place of prosperity and bounty. As the tail of the dragon comes into Scorpio, it feeds off the power of Pluto. Now, This is because Pluto rules Scorpio. Pluto connects with the soul, right? So Scorpio connects with the soul. We have the soul right here at our root. Here we have the reincarnation of our soul and being aligned with the energy that we need in our lives and what we need to expel from our lives that is holding us back and that is no longer needed for us. Now, the new moon is also conjunct Mercury, which puts our thinking, our communication, and our short distance travel into focus. We are alert, we are quick thinking, we are adaptable, we are curious, we are very good at buying and selling. We're very good at negotiations, we're very good at being social. So that is really quite wonderful. Then we have the moon sextile Uranus, which isn't as great. So this has us nervous, it brings tension, and it brings anxiety. We feel like some change or some drama is on the horizon. It's coming into our lives. And that's because it is. And we've been in that place of drama. We've been in that place of unexpected change. And we don't really want it. We want things to stay comfortable, safe, and secure. And we can find it hard to relax because we know this change is coming. There's also going to be a buildup of energy within us. Now, it could be restless energy, it could be nervous energy. It just amplifies the anxiety and has us off our game. So we need to be aware of this. The new moon sextile Saturn has a grounding influence on us, which helps counter the anxiety of Uranus. This aligns us with caution and patience and perseverance and a strong sense of responsibility. We are able to see our goals and get the job done. But we need to remember to be kind to ourselves and to be kind to others, as we will all make mistakes. And yet, this is a time where we don't want to make any mistakes. We want everything to be right. We want everything to be perfect. And we just want that energy to keep on moving forward. It's not going to. Saturn is squared Uranus, which can bring changes, again, that we don't want. We're going to see this in the public arena a little bit more, and setbacks. Again, we don't want to see it, but it's going to be there. Yet, if we keep an open mind and are patient with ourselves and others, the people around us and ourselves, we start to become flexible because we're patient. We're building up that energy. And this is a time when our challenges turn into opportunities to rid our life of negativity, to really start to get out the detritus that we've just been drowning under. Now, the eclipse aspect pattern is called the large learning triangle. Now, what this represents is a crisis or drama that's going to come up that brings profound learning and has us developing, has us becoming so much more than we thought we could be, which maybe isn't what we want, but it's going to be what we get, so we better make the best out of it. This triangle consists of conflict, which is Saturn squared Uranus. It's that energy of things are changing, there are setbacks, I don't want this, energy comes forward. The striving for the solution, which is the new moon quincus Uranus, it's the anxiety, it's the knowing something big is on the horizon, the change, the drama, and trying to find the calm within ourselves. And then it brings us the harmonization, the eclipse, the new moon, sextile Saturn, which is the steadying energy, the grounding energy, the goal-oriented, the patience, the perseverance, the strong sense of responsibility and caution that we can get through this. Now, as we do this, we also have to remember the stars. There is the fixed star Alwade here. Now, Alwade is in the constellation of Draco, which is known by ancient astrologers as nebulous eye of the dragon. So this is the eye that doesn't see very clearly. It's the hazy eye of the dragon. In Arabic, this means who's to be betrayed. Now, I kind of see this as a question and then also as like a declaration. Who's to be betrayed? We have betrayal here in our inner selves. So we can find this star influencing us in our inner selves more so than in anywhere else. This star is aligned with the power of Mars and of Saturn, which makes us bold, cruel, heartless, criminal, and violent. Not really the things that we want to embrace within our lives, but good things to be mindful of. The best thing here is the boldness. It makes us courageous when we might want to go and hide. So take that, push away the rest, which is very baseline energy vibration. This is a time where we need to be mindful of our emotions and the fact that the star can make us overlook, because of its haziness, things and see only the negativity. It can make us overlook our blessings and see only negativity and envy. Look at things through the eyes of, well, why don't I have this? I work this hard. Why can't I? And what Spirit is saying here is that it's time that we start to look at things differently. And when we come to a place of anger and frustration, we need to step back from it and not let it take over. There's also this fixed star, Antaeris. And this is a star at the heart of the constellation of Scorpio. So we feel this star intensely a lot. So what this was known as by the ancient Greeks is Antaeris, or the rival to Mars, because of its coloring. And when the ancients looked up at the sky, they said you could confuse Antaeris with Mars, with the rival of Mars with Mars, and it's almost an imposter. So this is the imposter to the god of war, meaning that it's not the god of war. It's not the brilliant general who's going to help us win our battles. It's going to be the person who kind of mucks things up because they think they're greater than they actually are. So we need to be mindful of this. Antaeris is of the nature of Mars and of Jupiter, making it commanding, prideful, malevolent, destructive, broad-minded, rash, and headstrong. The broad-mindedness and the commanding, even the pridefulness can be good, but the malevolence, the anger, the frustration, the destructiveness, the headstrongness, headstrong could be good too, but we have to have everything balanced and not come from a place of anger, which is going to be really easy for us during this time to come from a place of anger and frustration and negativity and envy. So being aware of this really helps us transform. At our root is the Emperor. The Emperor is power. We're going to see our throne. We're going to see ourselves claiming a power that is rightfully ours. We're going to see ourselves moving forward in confidence, moving forward in assurance, moving forward towards what we want and what we're discovering within our lives. This is a time where we're embracing Aries, okay? Because, because, what is it? Aries is ruled by Mars. So we have the anti-Aries, the rival to Mars, coming through, but yet we have Mars already on our side. So that's what makes it a little bit easier for us to embrace our power, to embrace what we want, to know what it is that we're going after, to see things more truthfully, more openly, more honestly for ourselves, and to say, this is it. And it brings us to the death card, the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new, that Scorpio energy, that connection with the tail of the dragon, that connection with the sweeping away of the karmic debris in our lives, and really looking at the karmic theme of our lives. Who are we? Why are we here? What are the lessons that have been thrown at us time and time again, that we've been learning over and over and over again? This is a transformation. This is saying we're not going to be the same person after this. Now, we might change in very little ways. And sometimes we change not for the best, but it's an experience we have to go through. It's something that we have to live through to get us to the place that we need to be, to get us to the place that we want to be within our lives. So we're going to see this transformation come forward. And it has to align us, and it is going to align us with a lot of the betrayals that we had within our lives and that we have within our lives. It can be things that we've stopped doing. We could have betrayed ourselves. It can be people that we relied on, that we trusted, and they betrayed us. And this is just going to be a time where we sit there and we think, what the heck is going on? What am I carrying? What am I moving forward to? And we start to really question. We start to ask why. We start to want to know. We start to push the boundaries of things. We're taking what we need, but we're leaving the rest. And we're going to start to see that we don't need as much as we thought we did. That there is worthlessness in a lot of the knowledge that we're carrying of the past. And there's power in the moving forward in the present to be able to embrace our bounty, our prosperity, our abundance, to be able to say, yes, there's a lot of hard work to be had here. And there's a lot of hard work to do once everything comes forward. But in this moment, I'm going to celebrate me. In this moment, I'm going to see a job well done. And it brings us to the Ace of Pentacles. It brings us to a place of prosperity and abundance. It brings us to a place where our dreams start coming forward. And it brings us to the next chapter of our lives, to the next journey. We're starting to see the seeds that were planted taking root. We're going to start to see things coming forward, and that leads us towards our dreams. That even leads us to being curious about our dreams. What do I want? Where do I want to be? What is it that I desire? What is it that I've put on hold and said no to, that I need to say yes to, that I need to start embracing, that I need to just go after? And so our dreams come forward, and it says, look at me. Bring me into the waking world. Love me. Connect with me. Cherish me and develop me, because I'm going to be cherishing and developing you. And as we do this, we look at the tower in the waking world. We look at what is crumbling. We look at how, here it says the foundation. The foundation has been shaking. It could be that we've been through traumas and dramas in the past, and it's still shaken our foundation. We are so emotionally invested in things. We feel things so deeply that it takes us a while to heal. And we need to have a good connection with what we want. We need to have a tenacity for ourselves, a wish for ourselves to move forward in. With the tower, we're being thrown out of our comfort zone. We're going to be moving in a direction that we may never have envisioned for ourselves. We might have thought, oh no, I can't do this. I can't possibly move forward this way. And Spirit's saying here, yes, you can. Yes, you can move forward to so much more than you ever realized. Yes, you can open up that door and go after what is needed, what is desired, what is wanted within our life. And as we do this, we break down barriers. As we do this, we embrace ourselves. And that brings us to a place of being able to celebrate, of being able to connect, of being able to come forward. The Four of Wands is like, yes, this is my happiness. This is my joy. This is something I get to celebrate within my life. This could be new job opportunities. This can be new relationships. This could be buying a house. This is something where it's like, but this isn't me. And I get to celebrate me. I get to celebrate what my heart desires. I get to celebrate my passion forward. I get to look at what I want within my life and just shine brilliantly. And it comes after we've been through so much. And after we've started questioning everything about ourselves, everything that we want for ourselves, every way that we're moving forward. And it leads us to our Luna message. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Oh, excuse me. I have a bit of the hiccups. Okay. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, goodness. Okay. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So at our root, we have bring love into the situation. Creation. We're being told by the moon to bring love into the situation because it creates. It creates what we need. It creates what we want. It creates our passion and our desires, and it leads us forward to so much more. So much more than we've imagined. In our inner self, we have prosperity lies ahead, which is right over the Nine of Pentacles, right? Prosperity does lie ahead. But then we have the Seven of Swords, and here it's fear. The fear of being betrayed once again. The fear of believing and having everything fall apart. The fear that I'm always going to be stuck inside and not the person outside, with the murder of crows around them, with the power to move forward, with the intensity. Prosperity lies ahead, but do I believe it? Or is the fear always going to be there? Always going to be defining me? It moves us to our subconscious, not our subconscious, our lunar emotional self. And it's to be bold and make the first move. Wisdom. It is going to be wisdom to be bold and to be proactive and to break down the barriers and go after things. We're going to think this isn't wisdom. We're going to think this is rashness and craziness and maybe following lust or, having ourselves kind of bewitched and the jewels sparkling our eyes that aren't really jewels, but just, fake, cheap costume jewelry. But we have to be bold and make the first move. We will make our mistakes, we will, but there's prosperity that lies here and dreams that are guiding us forward. And what Spirit is saying is, don't give up on you. Don't turn away. What the moon is saying here is be bold and be brave. It's going to be wise. It leads us to our lunar public arena self. And it says your dreams need a practical plan. Now we have the new moon in Taurus, and now we have the full moon in Taurus. Taurus energy is going to be, excuse me, very powerful for us. and it's abundance. Your dreams need a practical plan because they are bringing us abundance. They are bringing us prosperity, but they need to be practical and brought into the world. Our subconscious Luna message, I love this, is Aquarius energy. Show the world the real you. Again, we have the full moon and the new moon in Aquarius right here. Show the world the real you. Do not hide you away, Pisces. You're too precious to be hidden away. It moves us to peace, to the subconscious beauty of peace, that as we show the world who we truly are, it brings us the peace of our hearts, the peace of our souls, the peace of our ambition, the peace of what we desire. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and it's the Chariot. It's being pulled away on emotion. It's not thinking things through. It's not seeing the worth of things or the value of things. It's just thinking, I have to move. I have to go. And so we can be bold and make the first move. As, moving any direction is better than standing still. And what Spirit is saying here is think things through. Connect with the gift of prosperity that divinity is giving us, and be bold and move forward with the subconscious and the conscious connected. Move forward knowing what it is that we desire and saying, to hell with everything else. Because we can get caught up in just simply thinking that acting and going because we are frustrated, because we are overwhelmed, because we want things to change is better than not acting at all. And sometimes we need to step back and say, what do I really want? And where do I really want to be? And am I doing this just to have some sort of movement, just to have something different happen? Our subconscious chakra energy is divine wisdom. It's the soul star chakra again. It's divine wisdom being a part of us, connecting with us, opening our eyes and moving us forward. It's having wisdom and knowledge coming to us that we just don't expect. It moves us to our subconscious rooted energy, which is the Empress. We're claiming a throne we never knew we had. We're claiming a voice that had been silenced long ago. And as we're doing this, we're bringing something forward into this world. We're birthing something forward that needs to be created, that needs to be released from us, that needs to be embraced. And this is something that we've forgotten. This is something that we've given up on. It brings us to our subconscious in ourself, and it's the Three of Swords. It's heartbreak and pain and disappointment. It's the wounds that don't seem to be healing because we've never called them out. The way that we release is that we look at our scars. We look at what we've been through, where the anger comes from, where the I need to hide away comes from. And we pull out those swords. And they become the arsenal in our army. They become the weapons that we fight with. And they don't stay within our bodies, opening up the wounds time and time again. We're done. We're done constantly being wounded by the past, by the pain, by the frustration of it. And then we have our subconscious emotional self. And it's the Empress once again. We have the Empress twice. The repeat of the number 3. So divinity is watching over us, and we have ourselves claiming our throne, claiming our voice, movement forward, tenacity and determination and focus and insight and ideas. And it brings us to, again, birthing forward what we've been creating within us, birthing forward the power of our dreams and our prosperity. It brings us to our subconscious inner self, not inner self, public arena self, and it's the Queen of Wands. Here it says passion. It is the passion to embrace our loves. It's the passion of the change that we have been through. It is the passion of the celebration. It is the passion of the new day and the new dawn and the fire that gets us out of bed in the morning. It is our passion that guides us, and it's our passion that leads us to seeing so much more. This is a time where we're embracing sacred feminine energy, where we're going to see ourselves being the creators, being the people who guide things forward, being the ones who have a deeper understanding. We need to embrace that passion, embrace that hidden talent within ourselves. Let ourselves be surprised. Don't try to mold it into what we think it should be. Let it grow, let it expand, let it explore. But let our fire move us forward. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the intensity of this new moon and this solar eclipse. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces, and may you have a blessed moon.